What's going on, guys? JT here, PrecisionStriking.com, back with Nate Bauer and Nate Bauer Fitness. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. I got another video coming out over there with him where he's put me through some hip drills, some mobility drills that's really going to help out your boxing. So make sure to check it out and subscribe. I'm going to leave a link down below. Now, today we're going to cover how to defend and counter the overhand right. Now, the overhand right is a shot that you're going to have to adjust to depending on the trajectory and how it's being thrown. So there isn't only one defense for all situations, but we're going to go over 4 different ways to defend and counter the overhand right. Depending on your style, your position, your structure and distance, you're going to work on choosing the different ones and see what's best for your scenario. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let's go over the trajectory of the overhand right. Now, there are often 2 types of overhand rights. The textbook boxing comes a little more over top. So if I throw a jab at Nate and he just sort of gets that hand over top to my chin, okay, look, that's sort of your textbook overhand right, just coming over enough to hit the chin. He throws it again slowly, boom, this is the shot, just enough. Often you'll see, depending on if it's a beginner or a different style, a looped overhand right, which is almost like a hook coming over top. Nate's gonna throw that. Here, this is sort of a wide shot. Now, that one is easier to defend against, but sometimes it's unpredictable, and when it hits you, it can hit you really hard. So that's going to depend on a few things. Let's look at the path of the overhand right again. Nate throws it, he throws it, boom. So you see this trajectory, it's coming down this way. This is the line of fire. So if he takes his hand away, there's a line there, a punch line. And I got to understand that trajectory if I want to evade the shot. First thing, obviously, you can do to block and counter that shot is get your glove in between that punch and your chin. So first thing I'm gonna do is just work a standard block. So Nate steps back, he's gonna step in, let's say with the jab and the overhand right, and I'm gonna block it. Boom. Now here I go, that's the standard setup, okay? Just block it, here we go. Just get my glove and hand in the way between his fist and my chin. Natural counter off that is the right hand. So he goes, he throws, boom, and then I counter. If I wanna work more of a dip, because he slips off of that overhand right. This is something that happened a lot in the Holyfield-Tyson fight, in the first fight. Holyfield was blocking, countering with the uppercut. So he throws a jab overhand right, block here, boom, and the uppercut is right there. The more he slips and leans on it, the easier it is for me to get him. He throws, boom, boom, and it's right there for me if I could time it right. So look at how your opponent is leaning on that overhand right. Philly shell, another way to block, but this is the overhand right is the punch that seems to get through the Philly shell more than most. So you're gonna wanna tilt your body a little bit, also have that hand for a little bit of extra safety. So let's go slow. As he throws a jab overhand right, here, if I just roll, he might still catch me. So what I wanna do is I wanna fade back a bit. He throws it, boom, I wanna fade back. Okay, just that little bit. He goes again a little harder, boom, and I fade back just to cover. Boom, he goes right for this chin. Boom, and then I can counter. Boom here. One thing about the Philly shell, countering off the Philly shell, is you got to get used to firing with weight on that back foot. And if you're used to leaning forward, that's going to take a little bit of practice. If you're a Philly shell fighter, you already know you'll already be used to that. Next one is with head movement. If I'm familiar with how this path is coming, I can go under it, or I can slip to the outside. Some people might say it's risky to slip to the outside. It depends on the trajectory of the shot. If it's coming in tight, so let's say I throw it, he throws it in tight. Here, this punch line is coming this way. All I gotta do is get my head outside here before it's close to me. So here we go, he throws a jab, overhand right, boom. Okay, and let's say he throws it even really tight. He tries to catch me, boom. And that's a real nice one, just slip it. He goes again, boom, and I don't even need much of a slip, even if he grazes the top of my head. Boom. The slip to the outside is one of my favorite for countering the overhand right. All you gotta do is just time it early if you can see that path coming. If he loops it, it's a little bit harder for me to get the slip. So he jabs, and then often I can walk into that. So I gotta watch out if I have somebody who's looping their overhand right. Somebody who tends to loop their overhand right, you can do the traditional blocks and counters. Or another method you can use is you can duck and go under it. You have to time it right because you want to get inside of that overhand right. So let's say he throws the overhand right, loops it. I want him to stop halfway. So he throws it. Here, he stops. This is the path. I want to get my head into his armpit, under. And then he finishes the shot. And then I want to come up. So that's something that you got to watch for, is how the path goes. So now he's going to throw a jab. a looped overhand right, I'm gonna try to get under it. Boom. Boom, and that helps me also get inside because I'm moving towards him as he moves towards me. Watch my feet. Boom, and I can pivot and keep firing. He goes again. Boom, right here. You wanna drop your weight, come under. Boom, one more time. And then go from there. So the overhand right, it's something that you have to read. Tight ones coming in, looped ones, also your distance, depending on where you are, what you like to block, what you like to counter with. Work on those options. Work on them visualizing in shadow boxing, visualizing on the bag, and then try to get them with a partner and bring it in your sparring until you see which ones are your favorite and which ones work best for you. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Peace.